How to replace a starter on a Honda Element. This is a 2003. Start by making sure the engine is cool. We'll need to disconnect the battery. First thing I would do is disconnect the battery, and then I would undo these bolts here, remove the top cover. The starter is located underneath the manifold down here. So we have to remove this manifold here. It's good to remove the air intake as well, just to get that out of the way. So we'll start by disconnecting the battery. Make sure that you know the code to your stereo. So you have to reset that after you disconnect the battery. Now we'll move on to remove air intake manifold. After you get the air intake off, go ahead, put it aside over here. Get the tube that did go here, I put it here. Now the air intake manifold is right here. I undid the 4 bolts right here just to loosen it up. And you're going to need to take off the bolts right here. There's 2 bolts right here that connect to the manifold. They're going to need to remove as well. So this connects the manifold. Just so you can get that out of the way. After you remove the throttle body, you can prop it up with these metal cables here. They up around where your brake fluid goes, just to prop the throttle body up. You prop that up there, get that out of the way. So you've got these bolts here done. There's bolts here to the manifold. You're also going to want to take out one more bolt at the bottom. It's underneath it. It's down here. And that's where the final bolt is. Undo that bolt and the manifold will pop off. So now that we got that final bolt in the bottom taken out, underneath the manifold, you gotta pull the manifold off and make sure you disconnect all your hoses. See, the starter is right down there. There's the starter. So now it's time to tackle the starter. There it is. I ended up disconnecting the entire manifold. There's 2 wires at the bottom. They need to unhook. The wires hook onto this clamp right here. If you just undo the clamp, the wires from the clamp, you could take the wires off the clamp and remove the entire manifold. Here's that bolt that I was talking about. This right here is a tough one. It's on the bottom of the manifold, and you need to disconnect that. You need to unscrew that and take it out. Here's what the 2 wires connect to. Now you can get right to the starter. You can see the starter's right here. So we unhooked this wire already. There's another one on top right here. We could disconnect, and then the 2 bolts holding the starter in. Now I got the new starter installed. It's time to start putting it all back together. Alright, check the teeth on the old starter, just for wear, to see if there's any problems with it. Check the teeth, see how bad they are, see if there's any damage. This one seems to be okay. This is the old starter, taking it out. So the bolts go, 2 bolts here and here. Connector here and here. So you can see New one. Everything's all connected. Got the connectors back on there. There's the front bolt. And there's a rear bolt. Back there, it's really long. There's the rear bolt back there. It's a 14mm in the back. I believe it's 17 in the front. There's a bolt right there. It's kind of tough to see. So it's one that needs to be disconnected to remove the manifold. Now, just need to put it all back together. I recommend installing this bolt on the bottom of the manifold down here first before you tighten up all these bolts, just so that you can make sure that you get it fit. If you tighten these first and then try to install this one, it'll be tough to get in on the bottom. Below the manifold goes down here on the bottom, down there, and then we're going to tighten up all the other ones on top. So then we'll tighten these ones up.